Hello, everybody in the Now group and anybody else who's watching. I know that you will be really interested in this new series of what we're putting on in the Now group because it's just for you. It is for you, the members of Now, because that's what the group's about. It's all about networking. It's all about getting to know who you are. So this series of It's Your Story is literally that. It is your story. It's about you yourself, not about your business, but your business is you. But how did you get into your business? Because we don't just wake up one morning and think, oh, I'm going to go and do that. We actually progress our way towards that. So this is our first episode of It's Your Story. And if you don't know me, my name's Lindsay. I'm the founder and organizer for this group. And tonight we have Hayley Fisk. I pronounce it Fisk.
Yep, Fisk.
With us, who has volunteered for the very first episode. So let us see, and I haven't even put my timer on, but that's okay because we started at 7 and we finished at 7:15 because these are only for 15 minutes. I think that's long enough for us to sit and chat.
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, you and I, and probably everybody in the group could sit and chat like for hours and hours. Yes, but I want to know your story, Hayley. So, how did you, here we are today. You've been in pain. You probably still are in pain, but it's not as bad because of the product that you now use as a business. But how did you get there? How did you, what happened to you?
Well, Lindsay, it was a really long road, to be completely honest with you. It was a really long road. And when I look back now, I can't imagine if I had to go through it again, how I'd do it, but I did it. And it started in 2010. I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia. And in them days, that sounds a long time ago, but in them days, it wasn't really a really known condition, really. So I was sort of fibro what? I'm sorry, what is that? Because I'd put all the sort of the pains, the aches, how I felt, I was lethargic, I was fatigued. I put it all down to being a mum, running a business, having a home, what we all do, really. And we just put our aches, and we're always the last one on the list to do anything for ourselves, aren't we, really?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I literally just ignored everything until it got to the point that I was on a flight coming home from a 5-day incentive trip from Hong Kong, which was incredible. However, the shopping, I was walking for many, many hours, and then the long flight home, and then just something happened. I just passed out. I ended up being ambulanced off, to my complete embarrassment. And when I got to the hospital, they did all these checks on me and they said, nothing wrong with you. And they literally treated me as if I was a waste of space, which really upset me because I'm not that sort of person. So, and my husband sort of the husband at the time looked at me as if to go, oh God, she's moaning again. So I thought, no, there's more to this. There's got to be more to this. So to cut a long story short, I went and found a doctor who actually did the trigger points, which is apparently the only way you can pretty much diagnose it. And I think you've got 18 on your body, and 17, I believe, of mine, I went through the roof every time they touched it. So she was like, yes, you have fibro. And that's the way they diagnosed it. Well, then, unfortunately, came the barrage of tablets that they give you. So they give you pregabalin, they give you gabapentin, they give you tramadol, they give you so many drugs. And I didn't want to take them. And I was actually in denial, Lindsay, for 18 months. No, I haven't got fibro. No, I haven't got it.
Right. And going through pain at that time.
Yeah, I was just like, you know what? I can deal with this. I can deal with this. I hate taking drugs anyway. And I thought, no, I can deal with this. Unfortunately, I kind of had a bit of a relapse because I ignored it, as we all do. So I thought, no, I'm going to have to sort of start taking it easy and start, looking at my life and the fact that I'm so busy and I'm so 24/7 and I never stop, to having sort of little breaks. And then if I was going out in the evening, because I was doing party plan at the time, so I would do training in the morning, sleep, then do my parties in the evening.
Nice.
So, and it was quite hard to change the way of life because I was a full-on girl. So I managed, and as I say, I was on sort of various drugs, which I hated. But then sadly in 2016, I had quite a bad accident, and I was at a gala dinner with my current company at the time, and a firewall collapsed and it landed on top of three of us ladies.
Ooh.
Oh, yes. I was eating my chicken dinner. I was eating my chicken. I wasn't really enjoying it though, so it was all right.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so this collapsed on top of us. I know I passed out. I don't know how long. So basically, there was all sorts of awfulness there, and we ended up going to hospital. We ended up getting X-rays, and there wasn't a broken bone between us, which we thought great. Sadly, I wish I'd had broken bones, because what came of that is that I had crushed discs in my spine, which rendered me disabled.
Whoa.
And for a lady who is or has always been on the go, mad, do this, do that, I'm a yes lady, or I used to be a yes lady. I used to do everything for everybody. I really did. And to have that destroyed me. Literally changed, and excuse the voice, but it changed my life because I wasn't her anymore. I was this person who lived for the next drug. I remember sitting there and I would count my drugs out, and I would be 8, 9, 10 drugs. And every one of those drugs had an adverse effect. So I had to have another drug
Another.
to stop that. Okay, so.
And did the drugs work? I mean, were they doing anything?
No.
So they weren't even doing anything?
No. I would cry every morning knowing I would put this stuff in my body and I would still be in pain. And I thought, I can't go on. I can't do this.
Yeah,
And I thought,
understand.
if I took too many, would it be over? But, I thought, I can't do that to my children. My husband, or ex-husband, wasn't very supportive anyway. So we'd actually split because he didn't sign up for that. Well, that's fine. I didn't sign up for him either. So then I was promoted onto morphine. And that's kind of the top of the tree.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was awful. I didn't know which way was up. Genuinely didn't know which way was up. And I hated my life. Really hated my life. I would go from the bed to my settee, to the bed, to the settee. That was my life.
And how long was that for?
4 years.
Oh.
I hated my life. Everything I tried to do, I couldn't do. I had to get help. And us ladies, we don't ask for help.
Oh, I would hate that, yes.
We would rather do it ourselves, probably because we know we'd do it better. But, we just know, don't we? We want to do it. I've got a lovely little garden. Couldn't do it. Could not do it. And I thought, I'm at the top of the tree. There's nowhere else to go with this. Nowhere else to go. And I tried holistic and I had acupuncture. That helped. But probably if I had the appointment on the Friday, by the Sunday, I'm back in pain again. So it was never really a long thing. And I literally, I didn't go out anymore. I kind of become a recluse. And obviously becoming a recluse means you don't talk to anyone, which means you've got nothing to say. And I kind of went into myself to the point where Hayley was gone. Yeah. I was a shadow. There
was nothing working for you, was there?
No.
I mean, the tunnel was dark. There was nothing at the end of it.
And
what brought you out of the tunnel?
Well, the weirdest thing about it is when I went to see my consultant, I can't remember which one he was, but there were so many. He said to me that by the age of 55, you'll be in a wheelchair. And I looked at him
Whoa.
and I wept.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
said, you can't do this to me. I hate my life, but I'd hate it even more if I then had to go into a wheelchair. I couldn't. Don't do this to me. He said, I'm sorry. That's what it is.
But yeah, there was nothing he could do.
No, because he basically said the tablets aren't touching your pain. You can't have an operation because you have fibro. And what will happen is everything will, a lot of to do with fibro is it's tight all the time. Always tight. The only way I can explain fibro is after you've had cramp, either in your leg or your back or your arm, that achy pain.
Oh, wow.
That's what you have 24/7. So, so he said, we can't operate on you because the fibro will make it so bad, there'll be too much damage. And I thought, I can't do this. I can't do this. So I probably hid myself away for about a week to 10 days, feeling sorry for myself, having the pity party. And I thought, I can't do this. So I started, looking out for alternative medicines. I have, back remedies, all the vitamins. And then a friend reached out to me and said, I have something for you and I think you should try it. Now, bearing in mind, I've pretty much tried everything on the market, haven't we all? If you're in pain, you will try everything. You really will. And I had spent money I didn't really have, but I tried it. And I thought, this isn't going to work. Nothing's going to work. But do you know what? I'm going to give it a try. And I didn't have much hope, if I'm honest. I didn't have much hope. But do you know what? It did actually change my life. It really did. I can't tell you how. Because it's this, it's too, it's neuroscience. And I'm not a neuroscientist. But I knew when I put it on, I was different. I felt more awake. I slept. That was the biggest thing for me. I hadn't slept in nearly 10 years. And that sounds like an exaggeration. But I was lucky if I got 3 or 4 hours because I would wake up in pain.
Oh, that's horrible, so miserable.
Honestly. And because you're so tired and because you're so fatigued, you can't think straight and your brain goes and you're like, I have no idea what day it is. I don't know what day of the week it is. And, it was just, everything was against me, really, And
then from that day on, your life changed to where you are now.
Yes. Do you know what actually changed my life? And this sounds really silly, but I'm going to say it because it's what happened. I was chopping mushrooms in the kitchen and I dropped them on the floor, as you do, and I went to pick them up. And my daughter looked at me and said, Mum, what did you just do? And I said, I'm not quite sure. So I threw them on the floor again and I picked them up again. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Because you couldn't have done it before.
No. When you've got back pain, you have to kind of brace yourself. You have to go down. You have to go on one knee. That's me. Or, to be honest, I would have left it and said to my daughter, can you go and get it for me? Can you get it? And I didn't. I automatically just bent down, picked it up and thought, wow, what just happened? And from then on, each day, I kind of, and it's nice actually, because my friends are saying that it's nice to see me back.
Yeah.
The thing is, I'm glad to have me back because I missed me. I really missed me. I missed having, I try and laugh every day and I try and make people laugh every day and I care about people and I want to help them.
Wonderful.
And you know what, Lindsay, I know I'm in the right place and I'm so much better.
Oh, well, that's a fabulous place to end this on such a wonderful, positive note. And for anybody who's watching, if you want to know what Hayley is talking about, then I will actually put her link in the comments box from this. But why don't you go and click on Hayley's name, her profile name, and message her? Because is that all right for people
Yeah,
messaging
absolutely.
you?
I would
Yeah.
rather people message me, because I'd rather be able to give them advice on what product to have, because there are so many products. It's easier
Right.
if you
All
go to
right.
the website, there's just so many, it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
So it's better
Great.
to give advice.
All right then. So here we are. We're on our last. We're nowhere near the last. We have another 49 of these episodes, 50 women altogether this time.
It's going to be
And as usual, I'm on 7:15, but I'm always like a minute or two after it. So thank you everybody who's watching, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another Now member, and just hear her story as well, just like we've listened to Haley's here, and how how it's changed, how life changes us, and how we use this for our business. So thank you so much, Haley.
Thank you, Lindsay. I really appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Well, it's a lovely way to get to know you. All
Yes,
right.
definitely it
So
is.
bye bye, everybody, and now, and see you tomorrow.